All right, going to look at Florida quarterback DJ Lagway. Look at some of his best throws from Florida's win against Ole Miss yesterday. We got 6 or 7 clips that we're going to go through and look. It's broadcast footage, but still does a good enough job showcasing what he did well yesterday. But before we look at these film, before we look at these clips, let's talk about Lagway's performance for 1 to 2 quick minutes, and then we'll dive into the film. So Lagway was 10 of 17 for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception yesterday, or this weekend, depending on when you're watching this video, against Ole Miss. And while there weren't really any huge plays, right, there wasn't like a ton of highlight reel throws like we've seen in the past. He only had 1 completion where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more downfield. That was in the fourth quarter. It was an impressive performance from Lagway from my standpoint, watching the team, watching how he can elevate the team around him, watching how the defense has improved with him under center, from the performance against LSU last week where he had 7 sacks to this week against Ole Miss, 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter off of Jackson Dart, some really big fourth down stops where Ole Miss's offense is driving, but then Florida's defense is able to step up when they needed to. So those type of characteristics from Lagway aren't going to show up in the box score, at least for his stats, but I think it rubs off on the whole team. With that said, he still had some impressive throws. Like you saw him in the pocket, being able to maneuver in the pocket, throw from really weird positions, and be able to have some nice velocity in the ball, to complete those throws. And he was under a ton of pressure. 43% of his dropbacks, he was under pressure. And Ole Miss only blitzed 21% of the time. So Ole Miss was able to get a lot of pressure with just 4 guys coming. We talked about that in the pregame video, the preview video, that's what Ole Miss wanted to do, and they were able to do it, but Florida was able to find a way to win, right? So as a team effort, that's my biggest takeaway, team effort. And even though Lagway didn't have this huge 400-yard game with 3 touchdowns, there were still some really nice throws, and I think a big reason why they won was because of DJ Lagway. Was he 10 to 17? Maybe he was 10 to 18, 10 to 19. Regardless, 10 completions, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So with that said, let's go ahead and look at, we got 6 or 7 clips we're going to watch of Lagway just throughout the game, and then we'll wrap this video up. So it's broadcast footage since we're doing this the day after the game, so it's kind of reactionary video, so we apologize. The quality's not the best, but does a good enough job getting the point across and showcasing the throw. So first few throws we're going to watch, this is the first or second drive, I believe, first touchdown scoring drive of the game. This is Lagway in the pocket. We're going to see pressure gets to him. He's able to stand within the pocket, be strong in the pocket, and throw a really nice throw. He's still limited, I think, from this hamstring, right? He wasn't able to really take off. And he did use his legs a little bit more than LSU at times, but you can tell still wants to stay in the pocket. So here is Ole Miss, and they only blitzed 21% of his passing plays. So this is a little play action here. You can see Ole Miss actually is bringing pressure. He gets to Lagway here. Lagway's able to make a guy miss, but the guy's still on him, and he throws his throw. This is some pretty good velocity on the ball. How many yards in the air? Is that almost 20-something yards, 18, 19 yards in the air with the guy hanging on him. So you got this guy hanging on him. This is maybe my favorite throw. Top 2 favorite throws of the yesterday from Lagway for sure. So you got a guy hanging on him. You have someone in his face, and he's able to throw it outside the numbers for a first down. This next play is going to be a 3rd and 5, somewhat similar. We have pressure that comes to him. He's able to dump it off, I believe, to Badger, number 6, right? Florida fans, y'all know we do a ton of SEC quarterback content, so we don't have all the names memorized, but I'm pretty sure number 6 is Badger. I know that much, right? So it's a 3rd and 5. Again, second drive of the game, I believe, from Florida. It's their first touchdown drive. They only bring 4. Pressure does get to him. Again, 43% of his dropbacks were in pressure. You got a guy hanging off him, another guy hitting him, then right when he gets hit, I'm in the way, I apologize. Able to hit his receiver, 3rd and 5, gets upfield for a first down. Again, this is their first drive they score on. So these 2 completions were huge. You had that one completion we just watched where you had a guy hanging off his legs and a guy in his face. Another completion where he broke a tackle, then a guy hits him or is in his face as he's about to throw it. So then 3rd and goal, here is the first touchdown of the game, and it's off those drives. So without those 2 conversions that we saw from Lagway, without his ability to be firm and steady in the pocket, we don't get to this point here. 3rd and goal, ends up being a touchdown. Ball is thrown right when he's even with the DB, right? And then throws it out to space for a touchdown. Really good throw there. So as receivers, I wasn't a receiver in college. Nice. Yeah, that's the Badger. Good touchdown. But as in your meetings, receivers are taught to get covered, to get uncovered. So what I mean by this is they want to get covered, right? So now there's plenty of space over here to get uncovered, and Lagway throws to the uncovered spot. The receiver is able to make a nice adjustment, for a touchdown, right? So good job by Badger. Get covered to get uncovered. So that was the first drive, or the first touchdown drive for Florida, one of their better drives of the game. And then Ole Miss is able to respond. They score, I guess, 14 points, get back-to-back tutties. Did Lagway's interception come in this quarter? No, I can't remember. Okay, I know we're going in order. But Lagway did have that one interception that wasn't a horrible ball, just a little high off the receiver's hands. All right, so 2nd and 8, and this is him running the ball here. So I'm showing this for one reason, because he needed this play to get to the touchdown screen that we're going to watch in a second. So his mobility, he's not fully recovered yet, but he's able to do just enough. I think he was sacked 3 times yesterday, and if he wasn't as mobile, he probably would have been sacked more. So while he's not completely healthy yet, he's able to do just enough. So that was a good showcase of that run, because that leads to a 3rd and 2. You see him use his legs again in the pocket, able to avoid pressure. Let's see, Ole Miss they have 4, and then they have this number 5 guy. This is a spy here. And he's able to dump it off to Badger, right? None other than him. Able to dump it off. Ends up being a big first down. Again, 3rd and 2. You get to that 3rd and 2 because Lagway was able to run on that 2nd and 8 last play that we just watched. So he had that run, then he had that dump off here, able to move his legs just enough, dumped off the Badger, and then they able to get like 5, 6, 7 yards after the point of contact, able to get upfield. We'll go ahead and move this a little bit. Yeah, they got like 5, 6 yards after that. All right, so next clip, excuse me. So we had Lagway able to get some yards with his legs. We saw him maneuver in the pocket, dump it off to Badger, and then that leads to this screen for touchdowns. This was Lagway's 2nd touchdown of the game. This made it 14-14, and then there wasn't really much offensively the rest of the game. You had a few drives. You had Ole Miss driving a few times, and Florida's defense was able to get several stops on 4th down. I think Ole Miss had a missed field goal too, right? So Florida's defense was able to kind of stand firm when they needed to. But a good screen here by Lagway. Again, there was only one completion. We're about to watch it where the ball was thrown 20 yards or more in the air. So Florida's offense was just different. That they weren't able to have a ton of explosive plays, mainly because Ole Miss was able to get a ton of pressure by just the 4 down linemen. And they didn't allow any big plays besides this play we're about to watch. This is 17-17. This is a big, deep throw from Lagway that leads to what ended up being the game-winning touchdown, right? I think it was a touchdown run from the running back. Maybe so we got play action here. Again, Ole Miss is only bringing 4. We got deep safeties here. Little half rollout. We'll see him go over here. Doesn't set his feet. I love this throw. This is either the first or second favorite throw. The first throw we watched, and this throw was my top 2 favorite throws. Being a deep ball to 17. The name forgets me. I know Florida fans, y'all told me who that was last week, so I do apologize. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below who that is. Again, the name I can't even see because the broadcast footage is not great. But again, first or second favorite throw of the game right here from Lagway. The only completion of the ball was thrown 20 yards or more. So really impressive to see how Florida was able to win, how Lagway was able to play whenever Ole Miss took away the deep shots for the most part, whenever they were able to get a lot of pressure, but you still found a way to win. Again, team effort. I think he makes the team better, and that's the most important trait of a good quarterback. But Florida fans, I want to hear from you. What did you think about Lagway's performance? What did you think about the game in general? Let me know in the comments below what you thought of Lagway's performance. Again, I thought he was able to do enough. He's able to be strong and firm in the pocket and make his teammates around him better. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, if you like this type of SEC quarterback content, please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps us grow. Like the video, share, all that YouTube stuff that YouTubers are supposed to say. Pretend like I said it here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Peace.